What up, y'all? Sweet Bee Love 22 here, back at you with another quick video. Okay, let's jump right in. Before I get started, y'all don't hate on my little moo-moo. Don't hate on my moo-moo. Skinny girls can wear moo-moos too. Well, I don't even know. Do they still call them moo-moos? I don't know. I just thought it was super cute. And yeah, a friend of mine, we were in, I don't know where we were at, Ross a few months back, and it was close to my birthday. She was like, if you like it, I'll get it. I'm like, great, get it, girl. But it's super cute. It's like long. It goes all the way down to my ankles. It's like my nighttime Mother Earth, Mother Nature, Erykah Badu, light of incense, light of jade type, nighttime. The top. I don't know why I just did that. I think I'm feeling myself and feeling my background, my island background. But anywho, so yeah, this is my little nighttime get up. You know, I didn't really want nothing tight on me tonight. I just want to be free, you know what I'm saying? Let me be free. Let these B cups be free. Anywho, that was probably way too much information, but yeah, let's just jump right into it. So this video is going to be about my hair journey, hair story, whatever you want to, you know, classify it as. So many girls here on YouTube have their story on here, but you know, I don't have mine, so I figured let me share a little bit of mine with yours. Or share mine with yours. Did I mean? Yeah, whatever. Okay, so let's just jump right in. So like so many other African American females, at a young age I got a perm. I think my first perm was second grade. I think it was before second grade, actually, because by second grade I actually had a perm, and before that I had really thick, really nice thick hair. I'll show you guys a picture of me as a little baby, you know what I'm saying? This is me as a little baby, a little G, you know what I'm saying? I had a little frizzy fro. It was super cute. And my hair was like always really, really thick like that for like years. I guess my mom just kind of got tired of dealing with the thick coarseness, because my hair is like a coarse thick. Like I do have a nice section like in the middle here, but all the way around it's hella coarse. And I get that from my mom. My sister was kind of like on the lucky side. She got a little bit of the softer texture from my dad's side of the family. But you know, we all gotta embrace it, and it's all nice hair. It's just how we learn how to manage it. But yeah, so like I said, second grade. By second grade I already had my first perm, and you know how it is when you get your first perm, especially when you're a kid and you get your first perm. You're just like, if you were like me, you're in the bathroom just combing. And I remember I was just always in the bathroom combing. Okay, you can't tell me nothing. My mom was always like, Erykah, you need to stop combing your hair. And I'm just like, I can't. So I was just always combing. And back then, I don't think they had like a just for me, or if they had it, the lady that did my first perm didn't give me a just for me perm. I think I had the typical, you know, high strength, extra formula perm, because I stayed within probably a year or two, my hair was completely broken off. And I think I have a picture of that as well. Okay, the first picture I showed you was a baby picture, and then probably this picture here was my second grade photo. My hair was completely like broken off. Like my ponytail, that ponytail probably extended this long. Like you had this much hair, you know what I'm saying? And I think it was because the perm was just too strong for my hair at the time. So my mom had noticed that my hair was just breaking off like crazy. And that picture I just showed you, I believe that was second grade. But yeah, so my hair was just breaking off like crazy. My mom didn't know what to do, so eventually, next thing you know, I'm in Jheri Curl mode. I actually said this on one of my videos, the 50 or 20 random facts about me. I actually said I did have to do a Jheri Curl, and it was mainly because my hair was breaking off so bad. My mom didn't know what to do, and you know, she didn't want me to lose all my hair at such a young age. And back then, they were like, oh, Jheri Curl is the business. And my dad had a Jheri Curl like down here. My mom had a Jheri Curl down here. So it was like, we gonna give you a Jheri Curl. And originally, I kind of thought it was kind of cute because everyone in my family had a Jheri Curl, until I went out into the real world and realized, bitches, ain't nobody wearing Jheri Curls like that. Yeah, so I wore Jheri Curl for like a year to 2 years to get my hair back to, you know, some type of good standing. So by 5th grade, my mom asked if I wanted to continue the Jheri Curl. I told her, hex to the knob, like, please can we get a perm? So I went back to the perm, and by then my hair had grown out quite a bit in the past 2 years, so it was pretty decent. And then after that, I just perm from 5th grade on up to pretty much 2 years ago. So I, you know, perm most of my whole life, and I noticed like in middle school I had some length. It was never super long, but in middle school I think it would only get to about right here, like no longer than that. And even if it was right here, it was breakage. So I think this side was my longest side over here, and then up here it would kind of stop and always be broken here. So a lot of times I wore my hair in the high ponytail with the fan. Y'all remember the fan? Am I giving out too much of my age when I say the fan? Yeah, I used to have like the high fan. I wish I had a picture of that on my phone, but I don't have one of those on my phone right now. But yeah, so I would do the high fan, or I would wear my hair down with the flip. Back then, you know, it was kind of like you would do the little flip out or whatever. And that's how I rocked my hair a lot of times. And then by the time I got to high school, I was still perming, of course, but I kind of started, I would say by 10th grade, I had started the you know, the braiding hair. I would start wrapping my ponytail with the braiding hair, so I would make my bun look bigger. I would do pigtails, but I would add the braiding hair with the pigtails, and you know, the hair was kind of coarse, and I would put a good amount of gel. So a lot of times people really thought that that was me because I was doing the ponytails in so many diverse different styles. They really thought like, oh, your hair is so long and beautiful. Like one of my close friends to this day, like she thinks back in high school that was all my hair. I just cut it all off when I hit 20. I'm like, yeah. But yo, so I started doing, you know, different ponytail styles, wrapping braiding hair around my hair, ponytails, bunning it, you know, just doing different stuff. And you know, after a while I got tired of that, but so many people had thought that that was my real hair, I couldn't just not do it. You know, sometimes you get kind of, I don't want to say a slave to the weave, but you get kind of caught up and you get complacent in, you know, the hairstyles that you're doing, especially when people think it's yours. You don't want to like disappoint them in a way. You know, it's high school, you don't want to be like, oh no, it wasn't my hair. And back then, like in high school, I went to high school, like it was mostly the 90s, not like early 90s, but it was like late 90s when I was in high school. And back then, like people wore weave, but it wasn't like the talk. You know, now like it's like, oh yeah girl, I wear weaves, I wear clip-ins, I wear, you know, it's the talk. But like when I was in high school, it was not the talk. You do not talk about your weave, and if you had braids, you had braids, and that was it. And everyone knew that you might have had some, you know, added in hair with the braids, but that was about as far as it went. You know, nobody was in there going track for track conversation, oh what kind of type of hair is that. Like it did not, there was no conversation like that. So it was still kind of like not really a shameful thing, but it was just a thing that wasn't really discussed all the time, you know, the type of hair or weaves and all that shit. Excuse my language. So yeah, so I would want to wear my real hair without the extra ponytails, you know, without doing extra time, but you know, everyone thought it was mine, so I would keep it in there anyway. And you know, yeah, at the time my hair was still like, you know, hanging on to here and, you know, just breaking off, but you know, like one side was longer, this was, you know, it was just a mess. So, and then of course I graduated from high school, and then from, I wouldn't say 19 to about 23, I just did different type of cornrow styles. That was my thing then, because at that time I hadn't discovered the sew-in world yet, so, and I definitely wasn't doing any wigs, so I started just braiding my hair in different styles, you know, the zigzag cornrows or straight back cornrows or going at this angle or going straight back, or you know, it was just cornrow, like after cornrow style for a couple of years. I was pretty content with that. And then probably at 22-ish, I got my first, probably it was like 22, I got my first sew-in. Loved it. Okay, I was like, this is bomb dot mother ska and come. You mean to tell me I can go swimming with this? I can just wrap this up at night, wake up and be like, ooh, 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 let's go. You know what I'm saying? Like I thought that was the business. So I had started, you know, doing sew-ins all the time. Like that was my thing. Like I would spend so much money on sew-ins, it was ridiculous. And I didn't even care because, you know, that was, you know, what I liked at the time, and I didn't have to worry about my real hair. I would try to take care of my hair underneath, but for the most part I was only taking really care of the sewing. So you know, after time, you know, I noticed, you know, my hair wasn't growing, you know. It always had a struggling. I noticed when I had a perm, my hair never got past like here. Like it was just always at a struggling mark, and if it got past here, you know, it was only long on this side, but it was short as hell over here. You know, it was just never really catching up. Like my hair, you know, perms just weren't for me, and I just felt like my hair was never catching up. And then I would wear the sew-ins, take the sew-ins out, and thinking I would have massive growth because I kept my sewing in for two months or whatever, and then I would take it out and it's not really much growth, you know, it would be like this much growth, but you know, I can't really tell because it's a perm and it's so damaged. It was just a mess. So, you know, do I really want to go natural? Is this what I want to do right now? How do people wear their hair natural? What is the perception of people wearing natural? What's going on? And then let's see, so you know, I was kind of struggling with that for a while, and then I want to say back in 2000 and sorry, my dog threw something out in my room. I thought it was a sock, but no. I really hope this fan, no, it appears to bother you guys too much. I'm trying to talk as fast as I can so you won't have to be so annoyed with the sound of the bathroom. But like I said, this is the only, I don't know if I told you guys, place where I can get good lighting at night, because I am recording at night, but the next part of this video will not be at night, so you know, the lighting will be better, and you want to deal with this fan. So hopefully this fan is not bothering you too much, because it's one of those bathrooms where you turn the light on, the fan comes on too. Hate those. I want to have the option to turn the fan on, whatever. So I swear I can just go off on a tangent about nothing. Where was I? All right, so yeah, I got the short haircut. Hair grew out, but it took almost 2 years to grow out, and I was still kind of debating, do I want to go natural, do I want to go natural, do I want to go natural? And then what really kind of set me off to go to 2009, I saw this girl that I went to elementary school with. Her hair was always that short. When I say that short, I mean that short. Do you remember how people back in the day, they'll be like, oh, that girl is, her hair is this short. Like, her hair used to be this short. Okay, we went to elementary school. She always had like no hair. We went to middle school, same middle school together. She had no hair, but the whole time she was permed up, but it was always like up here. It was looking crazy. Okay, high school she had like no hair, and then of course when she got in high school she started doing more cornrows, but she still really had no hair. And then I noticed on her Facebook a few years back in 2009, she had started a natural hair journey. And when I tell you, all of my whole life I've known this girl, she had no hair. She started going natural, I want to say 2006. I don't really remember exactly when she started, but I noticed her Facebook, you know, journey by journey that she was putting on her Facebook, probably like 2009, 2010, and I think she started going natural back in 2007. But yeah, like I said, she had this much hair. When I tell you, she was such an inspiration, because her hair was like super coarse like mine and really short, but hers was like way shorter than mine. She was such a huge inspiration. Like when I looked at her Facebook for the first time after like not seeing her in years, when I tell you her hair was like down to here, I was so amazed, because I know this girl my whole entire life and she had no hair, okay, like none. From second grade when I met her up until 12th grade, her hair was booty short, okay? But then I noticed like she was, you know, documenting it, and it was down to here, and then at one point it was like almost her, like her center of her boob area. Like I was like, that is amazing, and that's all just to go natural. I was like, you know, maybe I could do that too. So she was really my huge like, should I do it, should I do it, should I do it? But I still didn't transition until 2 years ago. But she was the one that really kind of put it in my head, like I could do it too. You know, this girl had no hair our whole life practically, and now her hair is like bra strap length when she straightens it out, you know. But yeah, she was a huge inspiration to me wanting to change over. But for a long time I was just kind of like torn within myself, like, oh, how do I wear it, how are people going to perceive me, what do I do, you know. And I was just like, you know, I was just really torn, because you know how it is when you want to change your hair, being an African American female, but it's like, what do I do? You know, we don't wear our hair in our natural state. Well, now a lot of us do a lot more now, but you know, it's still kind of like, I don't want to say scary, but it's kind of like, it's like, do I really want to, I really want this video to be too long for you guys, because I know I have a short attention span. I know others do too. So I'll just probably make this like a two-parter or whatever. But yeah, I'll try to wrap this up really quickly. But yeah, I just kind of struggled with, you know, am I going to do it? You know, what are people going to think? And then after all, I was like, who cares what people think? You know, I'm already wearing a wig, weave, you know, 80% of the time, you know, I can transition underneath this, and that's what I did. I want to say December 20th, 2011 was my last perm, because my birthday is on Christmas Day, as some of you may know. I was like, you know what, this will be my last perm. So yeah, December 20th, 2011, I had my last perm, and the plan was to transition to the point where I felt comfortable and I would cut the rest of the perm off. So yeah, I transitioned for about a year, or at least about 10 months, and then November 2011, November 2012, yeah, because it was a year later, or almost 10 months later, I had cut the rest of the perm ends off, and yeah, and I just let it continue growing from there. So officially I had my last perm December 20th, 2011. It is now March something. What day is it? It's nighttime. It's March 12th, 2014. I'm officially 2 years and 2 months natural. January, let's see, December, January, February, March, yeah, about 2 years, 2 months and a couple of weeks natural, and I'm really excited about the growth that I have so far. I am going to unleash what's going up under here, but I think I'll do that in the second part of my video, because I don't want this to be too long for you guys. But I'll do a second part of the video so you guys can see what's going on up under here. So if you want to see what's happening, check out my next video. Deuces, y'all.